Now, lead generation is something we are absolutely obsessed about. We spent a lot of time working with the corporates, and the amount of testing and user testing, A/B testing they did was absolutely phenomenal. So, luckily enough, we were able to pick up all that information, and we've been able to help our independent, smaller clients benefit from that. So, as a couple of examples here. So I'm going to sound really, really nerdy here, but there's no point in a website looking amazing, and all of ours do. I had to just get that one in. But if it's not actually generating your leads, then it's a complete waste of time. So one of the things that we did learn from working with the corporates was how many stages a form should have. So and interestingly enough, so if a form has too many stages, let's say 5, 6, 7, people think, well, this is going to go on forever. I'm going to give up here. But also, if you don't have enough stages and you have too many questions for people get cognitive overload. They think, whoa, this is too much to deal with. And they can also get switched off. So we found that for things like valuations, a 3-step form is actually the optimum amount. It's not too many, and it's not too small amounts. So, and so just as an example of how our forms work here, so you've got your sales and letting. So this is a valuation form. You've got a bit of information about what you're actually signing up to there, which is absolutely critical. So if I put in your postcode there, so it's actually making the suggestions there. So location lookup, and that is absolutely essential as well, because that just makes it as simple and easy as possible for people to fill out forms. So because people are just getting so impatient now online. So if I put in my address there, so that's step 1, continue, and then it's pretty much filling out the form for me based off my previous information. Now this is something that was sort of picked up and used originally by the travel industry, but it's something we use on all our websites now. If I go to the next stage and then pick a branch under new homes and then request evaluation. So it's also absolutely essential that you get a thank you note at the end of that as well. So if I go onto the sellers page, and this is an example of a high performing landing page here. So you've got a book evaluation, which always stays up in the top, what we call like a sticky header. And then so just in the header area here, so we've got a book evaluation, and then you've got the option for an instant valuation there as well. So it's up to you guys in terms of which one you see as your highest priority there. But there does seem to have been a bit of a sort of switch over the last couple of years in terms of moving back to pushing the in-person valuations, which makes perfect sense. And then so if we scroll down, so it's all about building trust. So that's absolutely critical. You get that quite high up on the page. Why should someone use you over a competitor? And then we've got our statistics there. So another thing that from all the user testing we've done over the years, people see stats, then quite often they'll stop and read them. There's just something psychologically interesting going on there with them. So we always try and have those on the key landing pages. So breaking up a selling process or a letting process into sort of baby steps from all the user testing we've done makes it more likely to be digested and actually read through to the bottom, because once again you're avoiding cognitive overload, just huge reams and reams of content. So step 1, step 2, step 3, and then you've got a nice call to action at the bottom of that. So and having the processes laid out that way is more likely to people to complete it and then press evaluation or a call to action at the bottom. So more call to action. So we've got a first time seller call to action there, get in contact, and we've got been here before, book evaluation, and then we've got a lead magnet here. So this is a secondary lead magnet, a downloadable guide, and it's less commitment than filling all your details for evaluation. So it's just a value added downloadable guide. And then these people might not necessarily be wanting to contact you now, but you've got their email address, put them on a database, nurturing campaign, and stay in contact with them for however long it takes. And then lo and behold, another call to action at the bottom there. So, but what I'm quite proud of with this Nickel and Co site, and actually all our sites now, is they're absolutely crammed full of lead generating call to actions, but they don't sound too shouty, and that's all down to the UX and the way that things are laid out, and so that it's not too crammed. But really good example there.